Hello, my name is David Haynes. I'm the goalkeeper for Kettering Futsal Club, and this is part of the series of videos that I'm doing that investigates and looks at the mindset and psychological state of goalkeepers. I'm offering advice based on my own experience, so you may disagree with some of it, and that's absolutely fine because I'm getting you to think about your game, which means I'm doing the right thing and hopefully encouraging improvement. Today I want to talk about confidence. I think that is a huge thing in futsal, and especially for goalkeepers. What is it? Confidence, I think it's simply just a state of mind. As simple as that. But why is it important? Because that affects your performance and the way you play. It can affect simple things such as decisions, but they can lead on to massive impacts, whether that's to come out for a ball, whether that's to come out and catch, punch, who you distribute to, whether it's short or long. All of these little things that it can affect can ultimately influence the game and therefore the final result. So it's important that you are making the right decisions, and confidence can affect those. So safe to say it's quite a big deal. Really, the effects that it can have are also positive. It's massive. If you're on really good form and if you're playing well, I'm sure you've experienced this, you want them to shoot all the time because you'll be saving it, and you're confident you'll be saving it. The pot shots, you're just putting out a hand, tipping it wide, and it's like, this is easy, this game's easy. When you're low on confidence, you don't want them to shoot, you're feeling small, you want your defender to block it, and you don't want the ball, you don't want to see the ball at all. So it's absolutely massive. So let's talk about how we can affect that and how I can actually give useful advice. We said and identified that it is just a state of mind. So I would argue it can be as simple as changing your mind. If you are in the wrong frame of mind, then simply change it. How you can do this is a lot harder than actually just saying it. But if you're aware that it's a state of mind, then it is possible just to change it. A couple of ways I do this. I don't mean to sound big-headed in this way, but there is a saying that form is temporary and class is permanent. I think confidence is linked with this. You don't become a bad player after a single mistake. Simple as that. You've made a mistake, fair play. It could be a bad one. It could ultimately affect your confidence, and it will affect your confidence. But that doesn't make you a bad player. So you have to remind yourself that I am a good player. I deserve to be on the court. I deserve to be wearing the number 1 or the number 13 or whatever number you wear. You deserve to be there. You've worked very hard. So just remind yourself of the fact that I am a good goalkeeper, and this will go a long way to helping. Also, another way, if you train right and you practice hard, most of what you do becomes muscle memory. It becomes routine. You don't actually have to put too much conscious thought into the decisions you make. It just becomes instinct. Therefore, I would argue if you train well and train regularly and train hard, so you train correctly, then confidence has a lesser impact on your game and the decisions you therefore make. Positivity focus, I think that's another big thing. If you are low on confidence, just focus on the good things. That one save you did make in the first half, think about it. Or if you haven't made a good save in this game, think about the good save that you made last week. Just focus on the small positive things. Forget the negative things, because they will stack up and it will just have that knock-on effect that just won't help. Also, you can get this positivity from teammates. If you're lucky enough to have a good team around you, I am exceptionally lucky to play for Kettering Futsal Club. We have a great bunch of lads. I made a couple of mistakes last season, not too many, I'm pleased to say, but I think one went through my hands. Everyone just said chin up, and we got on with the game. It was almost as if nothing had happened. So having a good team structure around you really does help. If you're unfortunate enough not to, or there's just not much kind of back and forth, or for whatever reason, I can't really say as to why, that there isn't much and you can't really rely on your teammates, then you can just self-coach yourself. Lots of players, lots of people do it. It's quite well known within this world, and you see it in tennis quite a lot. Tennis is a great example of this. Players just muttering and talking to themselves after a bad shot. That's called self-coaching, and goalkeepers can do that too. You can tell yourself, oh, come on, get over it, think about the next one, and that actually is a really good way to get over a single error and to just kind of rediscover your confidence. So you just self-coach yourself back into that positive mind frame and get yourself back in the game, and then I can assure you, you'll make that next save. You'll make that next save. Your confidence will be found, and if you will have bad games as well. So if you don't in an individual game, don't worry about it. Just chill. Just take a day off, a couple of days off, train again, get back into your normal routine, and then play the next game and just start it on a clean slate. And just try to put that last performance out of your mind, and I can guarantee you, you are a good keeper, and you will start making saves again. You will discover that confidence. It is peaks and troughs. You will go up and down, and that's perfectly natural. So don't worry about that. If you find, oh, some days I play really well, some days I play really badly, just accept that as a fact. Try to find ways to reduce those troughs and to keep yourself either more in the middle, or obviously up high would be ideal, but just try your best to reduce those lows. I think that can be done a lot through positive attitude, the right mindset, by training correctly, and just, yeah, remaining positive. I think that is the best advice that I can give. Okay, I wish you safe hands, obviously, always, you keepers out there, and I hope you stay tuned, maybe subscribe to this channel, watch the rest of the videos in the playlist. I'll talk about various different things, including like how to get over injury, not so much the actual physical recovery side, but just kind of how to deal with it in your mind, because it can be frustrating. So I'm aware of that. I recently had an injury myself. I also want to talk about presents, not as in the Christmas gifts kind, but more so just that aura you can create. So I give some tips and advice of how to do that, and I want to talk about many other things as well. So yeah, stay tuned. Please feel free to watch my other videos, and take care. Bye bye.